I just want to tell the youth them this. Just don't make the dunce thing distract you from achieve what you're supposed to in school. It's very important because right now, me probably have people that write my songs them, some of them, and little more from now, half what me earn probably be for them, or probably little more from now you hear them a cuss, I say them put me on me for there. So if you don't want to fall in the trap there, you have to learn the basic from now. You know what I mean? Use the dunce thing to motivate yourself and tell yourself that you don't want to be that person where literally dunce, you know what I mean? Because that's next to disabled, you know what I mean? So don't become a disabled student in school.
On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Sunday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. No, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch your snow, my peeps, in the morning to the name Sunday, the day when some of you, the regular ones and ones, them out there traverse the church. So happy Sunday to you all. But whilst doing so, my peeps, please remember On The Spot News Media, its loyal viewers and subscribers in your immediate prayers. You definitely see how Jamaica run right now, so you know for sure. So we need that now more than ever. And to all of the regular ones and ones them out there in the kitchen I deal with the finger licking chicken, you don't know, happy red rice and rooster day. Yeah, man. So to all the regular ones and ones them out there traversing these streets, who is just going about your regular business, just go and do your own little thing. Safe travel, pan the gravel. And as always, my peeps, continuously look out on the corner yai Kazwa. The old dirty corner boy them. Always out there. Alerts. So in the morning, my peeps, we are going to talk about two of your favorite Antiguan dancehall artists. And the first one that me going to feature, we are talking about this criminal element here, presently on your screen identified as Andre Maurice Whitaker, but more popularly known in the criminal underworld and the dancehall space as Squash. A dancehall artist who is definitely not among the smartest. Now by now, we should all have known that Squash is presently behind bars in a detention center in Florida, facing multiple firearm-related charges, as he was accosted and arrested and charged by a federal and local agent during a stop and search in Florida where an illegal weapon was found. Squash had no documentation for the firearm, as he was labeled as an undocumented immigrant, meaning that he has no legal status in the United States of America. And I'm pretty sure when many learned of that, they were rather surprised. Because for those who have been tuning into On The Spot News Media over the years would have seen where I carried many vlogs on Squash, from he was in Jamaica until he fled the shores and was in America. We have seen where Squash has paraded around on Instagram Live and other social media platforms and live with the likes of Jamal and others, with a lot of firearms, heavy artillery in their live. just basically drinking, smoking, and just taunting others whilst on their Instagram and other social media live and parading around with those weapons. One of the last videos that I carried surrounding them going on live with all those weapons and the signal that they're trying to push towards the youths in Jamaica. One person commented in the comment section and stated that Florida is a gun legal state and the man have him documents, so of course him can buy as much gun as him want and go on live with the firearms as him feel a mine. But little did these bird brains, and I can't even disrespect the birds and call them bird brain. These persons are just some bandwagonists, where once the artists have a hype, them just jump on the bandwagon and they will run with whatever and say whatever, because quoting and commenting certain things on the internet gives them some sort of relevance. So I'm pretty sure by now that person who made that comment must shame, because at the time Squash had no documentation. I was even taken aback myself when it was revealed that he has no documentation, because knowing fully well that you're undocumented, how foolish would one be to be parading around on live with all those weapons, honest person knowing fully well that he has no documentation to carry a firearm and be on his life, not only in his home, but also outside in the streets of Miami, in cars with those said firearms on live. And then these so-called artists, criminal elements, love to come out and label people as informers. And they are the biggest set of informers, because literally a Squash inform upon himself. Yeah, man. Because some persons probably don't even know this, that if a person who has legal authority to carry a firearm and gives that firearm to a person who does not have that legal authority to carry it, and that person is caught with that quote-unquote legal firearm, the firearm now becomes illegal because the firearm is not in the possession of the person who has the legal documentations to carry it. And the person caught with that so-called legal firearm can be charged for illegal possession of firearm because they don't have the proper documentations to carry that so-called legal firearm that belongs to the person who has the proper documentations. That is how it works. So Squash have some more legal uphills, because the United States of America filed a response to the standing order discovery order. They have produced additional discovery to the Defense Council. And as at May 23rd, 2025, they received additional jail calls from Chrome Detention Center. On July 7th, certified documents from the Department of State pertaining to Squash. On July 18th, certified documents from American Airlines related to Squash travel. And July 25, 2025, they produced surveillance footages from the FBI's investigation in the case. So the additional jail calls from Federal Detention Center and Turner Guilford Night Jail, subpoena from Yahoo Inc. So all emails, the man them get everything and ready up with. Reports and body-worn camera from Orlando Police Department, which pertain to a 2023 traffic stop with Squash. Information about an uncharged firearm that is seen in a video from Squash cell phone. And last but most definitely not the least, certified copies related to firearms found during the charge traffic stop. So that's a traffic stop, the last encounter with the police that landed Squash in jail. And remember that Jamal is presently behind bars surrounding the double fatal knockings and clappings that took place in Fort Lauderdale. So there's a whole lot that is hanging over your dancehall artist, DJ Ed. And as I stated in a recent vlog, that if found guilty after him serve him time, he will most definitely, more than likely, be deported back to Jamaica. But I would rather Uncle Sam keep him still. Not that I care much about Squash, but I care a whole lot about the effects of him returning to Jamaica and what that may do to St. James and Jamaica by extension. So I better Uncle Sam keep him. It will definitely save some people's life. And of course, it will also save his. It's just really sad how we see these dancehall artists, whilst they're on a hype, them behave and do certain things. And as soon as the trouble come with them call upon themselves, is a whole different song them start sing. Him set up shot as his back in a Miami, spread the word. Well, trust and believe. The word spread. Now, Mr. Whole heap of people have sent me an interview with his father that was done by a Jamaican podcast panel known as The Fix. Them up on YouTube, you can go type it in and watch it for yourself. So yesterday, I decided to just kick back and tune in to The Fix and watch the interview for myself. It was really laughable. And to The Fix, sorry, we're really disappointed. You could have done a way better job. But, now I gotta take nothing from Uno. Because watching the interview myself, I saw where Uno never really want to ask the hard questions, probably to save on yourself from a lawsuit or to be targets, so to speak, because we don't know how the ground at Jamaica stay. So Uno just stay within a certain premise to make sure say Uno alright at the end of the day, both lawfully and physically. So me get it. Totally understand. Because if it was done by another person, I guess the hard questions would have been asked. But me get it The Fix, me understand totally why you not stay within a certain perimeter. We get it. But anyway, the interview was definitely laughable. I might add, really laughable. One part of the interview, Squash father stated that G-City means God's children city. Really have to laugh about that. Because we all know say G-City literally mean gangster city. I hate that. There's no two ways to it. He spoke about his sons that he has with Squash mother, that are Shelly, and stated that 4 of the 6 is no longer among the land of the living. Criminal elements slap with some because of their criminal involvement. Police slap with the others because of criminal involvements. So Uncle Bobby Six and Squash would have been the remaining sons that are left alive. So he tries to explain why Shelly behave, how she behave. Cause she has faced a whole lot of loss, so she bitter from within, but we all see that Shelly as a mother, she defend the slackness and the badness. So we're not sorry for Shelly, none at all, because Shelly defend the slackness and the badness, and she herself love it. And another part of the interview that I took note of is when the father stated that Squash and his other brothers were all baptized and churchgoers, avid churchgoers. But I think that the father is still trapped in that era because he refused to see that his son is no longer that innocent little Andre Maurice Whitaker where him grew up. That innocence has left Squash a mighty long time ago. But the father is delusional and he is still living in that particular era of Squash life. Him still no wake up from the dream as yet. But he also made a certain statement about himself that now leaves me to wonder. And this is the statement that he made.
I have been to hard drugs. I used to do cocaine, marijuana.
What?
Yeah.
But he went on to say that that was a long time ago and it not really have nothing to do with him now as a person, just to make that clear. But it leaves me to wonder if all them screws them tighten, as we Jamaicans would I say. To me, him lose a screw somewhere around a one part around there because he's very delusional and he's adamant that his son is not a criminal element that has Squash and has never got caught up or mixed up in any criminal activity. In fact, he went on to say that his son is just a musician and every single thing that you see happening to Squash, yard and abroad, was a direct result of police basically a tech set pan him pitney them, as he stated. He also openly admitted that G-Man was a criminal element and two of his other sons was also involved in criminal activities. But he also labeled the Prime Minister as a whole murderer. And he also made certain pronouncements against the security minister, that's Dr. Horace Chang. He stated that he was threatened by cops stating that him not have no bucketive no more. He stated that the state is now fighting against him and his family because the state used to have them back, but the state no longer does. So basically, I say, boy, the state used to support him and him criminality and him son them criminality, but they have stepped away because he stated that him used to work with Dr. Horace Chang and them had some sort of fallout because Dr. Horace Chang now back his son and his criminal lifestyle anymore. So there's a whole lot that was disclosed in that laughable interview on The Fix with the father of Squash. So you can go over there, go watch it for yourself and see where I go on. Now the next dancehall artist that we're going to talk about, we're talking about Tavel Dixon, otherwise known as one Jamal DunceMan. Him this presently on the screen. We have been watching this dancehall artist over the years. I've brought several vlogs pertaining to this so-called dancehall artist who is clearly not among the smarties. One of the dancehall artists will push this dunce movement and other dancehall artists jump on the bandwagon for make a buck or two, but not seeing the damaging effects that it has on society and also on them. Because Jamal DunceMan was supposed to perform at this particular party in Antigua on the 27th, if memory serves me correct, of July 2025. So that's last weekend, I think, at the La Playa Provida dancehall party. Well, it's a compact Afro-Caribbean type of party. So from Jamaica, Jamal DunceMan was on it, Dexter Daps, Movado, and others. So when Jamal DunceMan land in Antigua on the 26th, he was immediately flagged by Interpol. It is said that a green notice came up on Jamal DunceMan. The different notices are presently on your screen. So the green notice which states warning and intelligence. So he was flagged under the green notice. So the Antiguan authorities, in the interest of national security, decided that they're going to detain him on the Saturday, and he was kept in immigration custody and deported on the Monday. And that is because of his criminal involvement in the Don't Thugs gang that is based in Barretown in St. James in Jamaica. Now I've stated this over the years and I've gotten bashed by many of you, the regular members of Chan Public, where I jump on the bandwagon now because you know see it, I play out plain as daylight in front of our very eyes. Same thing you all did when we start mention Squash, myself and like-minded vloggers start mention Squash and labeling him as a criminal element who is basically directly involved with a lot of criminal activities in the St. James base community of Salt Spring and surrounding communities. Una never believe because him still a sing some banger hits and una prefer party, fun and games over una one safety. So it's just when him start do certain things in America now and the FBI got involved and the American authorities got involved. That is when most of una jump on the bandwagon now and start bashing on artists and start see him for who he truly is. Now it's the same thing start happen to Jamal DunceMan. But Jamal DunceMan, you know, he might get what's coming to him. Even though we definitely have our surveillance on him, and we see him a try to move away or try to separate himself from certain things in the public space. But undercover same way, him still a call the shots, still a give out orders, still having certain things perpetrated against the regular members of Chan Public. The last run-in that he had, major run-in with local authorities, is when him and him affiliates go do a performance on Constant Spring Road at the club of them call Mecca. So as soon as him step out of the club, police them swoop down upon him, jail him in relation to some fatal knockings and clappings that go on in a mobile. Note, he was not a suspect as he was not the knockis and clappis, but he was the one that was allegedly calling the shots, giving out the orders for the knockis and clappis them or carry it out. So he was held and detained by the police for several days and questioned but was later released. Now he has an Interpol flag on his head, which that I got definitely stifle for him career somewhat. And also to paint Jamaican artists in a bad way too. Because these things, my peeps, it doesn't just affect the artists, it affects brand Jamaica. So we have to start be careful. Once an artist start get caught up in a criminal activities, promoters, consumers of the music need to step away from them. That and that alone will force these artists to live or lead a certain lifestyle. This brother here openly back scamming, openly back criminality in his music. So how can we support these type of artists, then walk away from the stage show and go say we are law-abiding citizens and we want peace in Jamaica and ball out for justice when a family member get murdered? But a same one in the dancehall, them a bust be blank when them artists here are sing the very same songs where perpetrate crime and violence on our nation's people. We have to come to the realization at some point in time in our lives that we literally have to pick a side and stay upon it. Some may say that on the spot and like-minded vloggers are texted upon these artists. But what about artists like Romain Virgo? Artists like Chris Martin? Artists, there's so many other dancehall reggae artists out there where you never hear nobody mention them names. So it's not that nobody are texted upon no artists. The artists, them a live a criminal lifestyle. And once you are a criminal element where perpetrate and a push crime and violence in the country, that directly affects me because I am a Jamaican national living in Jamaica also. So it directly affects me. So me personally, I got always denounce and speak out against these criminal elements posing as dancehall artists. Yeah, man. I know not like that. Join the long line of all of my haters. Because this movement on the Spot News Media nah go nowhere. Even if YouTube take it down today, guess what happen tomorrow? Me I put up a brand new one. This voice here, we now hear a echo through the speakers. I got turn up like a column in a Jamaica. Nah go nowhere. Yeah, man, like it or not, I will be one of the unsung heroes. Definitely so. Now, the last thing that me have to say about this brother, and in closing, you saw where I posted a statement that he made just before the On The Spot News Media intro, stating that some of him sang them, in fact, most of him sang them, are written by others. And he's telling the young men, the schoolers them, to stay in a school and garner them education because it is necessary to have. Because him in our predicament, in our position right now where halfway make have to go to songwriters. And people soon start talk say them put him which part him there. Because him himself probably really dunce. And basically just a catch up on himself right now and I say, yo, I wrong part me actually I go down because dunceness really no make sense. And at them people here, who know I make lead who no pitney. Me see all them boy here perform pan children shows in our schools and all these things. And family type of shows where pitney I go there. Parents who have to have sense, who cannot allow the tail to wag the dog. The last time I check, the tail is a part of the dog and the dog determine when the tail is wagged. But right now, we do this thing a back way, and the tail we make a wag the dog. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. But anyway, remember if you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.